Time and time again, captured by our cameras, drinking and driving allowed at the Redneck Yacht Club.
The result, hundreds of people injured here every year, and that impacts the safety and the wallets of everyone else in the county. NBC2 investigator Andy Parati with this exclusive undercover investigation.
He gets nuts. We love it.
A sea of trucks, ATVs, and swamp monsters.
They get muddy and you can see everyone.
Thousands driving with beers in hand, sometimes children in tow. Fun and games with rules not everyone follows.
Are you guys supposed to be drinking and driving?
Yeah, they're allowed here. As long as you drink responsibly.
By day, the park hires its own security and medical staff. But when night falls, well, that's a different story. It took just hours to capture accident after accident.
Ran my ankle clean over if I didn't jump out of the road.
Victims with head trauma on stretchers, including reckless injuries. Often with security nowhere in sight. Over the past 14 months, EMS, fire, and law enforcement responded more than 220 times to the Redneck Yacht Club.
Treated 133 patients.
Charlotte County EMS Chief Dennis DiDio says it can take 20 minutes or more for an ambulance to get to the park.
It ties the rescue up for a longer period of time before it can get back into service.
And that could impact 911 response times in other areas of the county.
If you can control the drinking down there and tighten up the security down there, you would probably see less injuries come out of the place.
What are you guys doing?
Dragon stupid!
Our customers don't come out here to sit pleasantly as if in church.
Paul King is the marketing director for the park.
Drunk driving will not be tolerated at the Redneck Yacht Club.
But drinking and driving will?
Well, drinking and driving is kind of a different thing. We don't have breathalyzers, we don't have analyzers, we can't stop everyone in the park.
Because the park is on private land, it's legal for drivers to drink and drive. Only when a drunk driver causes an accident can law enforcement get involved.
Since 2009, county helicopters have transported 14 people from medical emergencies from the park. In comparison, during that same time period, not one person has been airlifted from a University of Florida football game, and they get 90,000 fans a game at the swamp.
Our customers are not sitting in the stands watching a football game. They're actually on their vehicles and riding around.
Isn't that even more reason to regulate or control the drinking and driving?
Well, if we were in the business of football or sports of that nature, maybe we would determine that that might need to be something that we do.
Despite public safety concerns, the Redneck Yacht Club is adamant the park is safe. The weekend we went, about 10,000 people were there, along with 30 security guards working more than 800 hours. But the county says more staff is needed.
I don't think he has enough to handle the crowd.
To control the drinking and its impact to public safety.
We've also learned the security company seen in our story just terminated its contract with the Redneck Yacht Club, saying it disagreed with how management ran the park. The Redneck Yacht Club says it's already hired a new company and is prepared for its next event, Memorial Day weekend. After reviewing our video, the county now plans to conduct an inspection of the Redneck Yacht Club in a few weeks. Count on us to keep following this story. Andy Parati, NBC2.
It kind of sounds like the Wild West. You know, you pretty much do whatever you want to do.
An NBC2 investigation exposes excessive county resources used to respond to accidents at the Redneck Yacht Club, taking away emergency responders from other areas of the county. All new at 11 o'clock, Charlotte County commissioners respond, admitting that they made mistakes when approving the park's permits. NBC2 investigator Andy Parati explains why they don't want to make the same mistake twice.
Drinking and driving allowed.
As long as you drink responsibly.
Those things contribute to accidents. You do realize that, right?
Well, they contribute, a lot of things contribute to accidents.
County EMS, fire, and law enforcement forced to respond when someone gets hurt.
Well, it means is that it ties the rescue up for a longer period of time before it can get back into service.
Excessive responses impact tax dollars, too. We checked EMS records and uncovered people transported to the hospital from the park owe the county more than $29,000 in unpaid bills.
It's a considerable expense. You know, public safety is our largest expenditure as far as our budget.
The county approved permits for the Redneck Yacht Club in 2006, giving it the green light to operate with little county oversight.
Could the county have done more to make the Redneck Yacht Club more safe?
Again, not knowing what it was at the time, we did the best we could. Nobody realized that they'd be having 5,000 to 10,000 people there on a weekend.
Not only did the county not know how it would turn out, the zoning department's Sean Cullen says he didn't even know about things the Redneck Yacht Club built until he looked at our video, telling us this concert stage was never permitted or inspected.
We're actively right now trying to figure out a way in order to rein them in a bit.
Another way to do that, force the park to pay for its own emergency responses during nighttime hours.
It is a big concern. That's a lot of police and fire manpower being used out there.
Another concern, a similar mud park is on the way. The county just approved permits for a motocross park called Tracks and Trails, scheduled to open in November. It's just 4 miles away from the Redneck Yacht Club.
This time around, the county imposed more than 24 conditions, requiring Tracks and Trails to have a public safety plan, a helipad for medical helicopters to land, and a 3-year safety evaluation. The Redneck Yacht Club doesn't have any of those.
This is the original Redneck Yacht Club. Those were the conditions imposed on them. As you can see, there's 6.
6 versus 24.
24 plus, yeah.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
More conditions to prevent future Redneck Yacht Clubs from impacting county resources.
People having a good time, that's great, you know, but when that good time could result in, you know, a serious injury, I have a concern about that.
The county now plans to conduct an inspection of the Redneck Yacht Club in a few weeks. The owners of the new park tell me drinking will be controlled in their park, and it doesn't want to be compared with the Redneck Yacht Club. Count on us to keep you updated. Andy Parati, NBC2.
Numerous violations uncovered at a Charlotte County off-road park.
It comes on the heels of the NBC2 investigators exposing excessive county resources used to respond to the Redneck Yacht Club a few weeks ago. NBC2 investigator Andy Parati is live outside our Charlotte County mobile newsroom to explain. Andy?
Well, Lynn Kelly, the violations come after an inspection that the county conducted last week, and we've also just learned that the county may be missing out on uncollected tax revenue inside the park.
Our next item is administration, Redneck Yacht Club.
I really worry that somebody's going to get killed.
Instant replay. County staff shows our investigation to commissioners involving concerns and safety with the Redneck Yacht Club.
Drunk driving will not be tolerated at the Redneck Yacht Club.
But drinking and driving will?
Well, drinking and driving is kind of a different thing.
County staff show picture after picture of electrical code violations and buildings never permitted. Results from an inspection. The park has 15 days to fix everything or face additional penalties.
There could be. We start the notification process and we start the notice of affidavit, and that's when we will start looking at the fines.
This is a big problem.
Commissioner Tricia Duffy wants staff to now look into potentially charging the park to have an ambulance there overnight.
Certainly something we need to look into.
The county also can't find any proof the park paid taxes on any items sold inside.
We're hoping they are, because they are a business and we need to collect those taxes, but we're still looking into that part.
Now, we reached out to a Redneck Yacht Club representative who was at the meeting, but he declined to go on camera. The county does say that they are fully cooperating so far. Because the park has 15 days to respond to those violations, the park will be open this Memorial Day weekend. In Charlotte County, Andy Parati, NBC2.